me to win. You've wanted me to win ever since.
What chance do I have if you start doing that again? Huh?
They'll stop. They'll stop because the family needs you to. It's like that long tunnel on the Dudley stretch. Remember Dudley Canal, line number 3,172 yards of fucking pitch blackness and rats swimming here. And then we come round the corner. There'd be a shaft of light. And we'd know. And you and me would both know it was nearly done. That's where we are now, Martha. Just a few more yards to go. And you will change your ways. And I'll change the fucking world.
Fuck.
Like a slumber. Like a display in the dark. I have loved you from the start, but there's cold veneer near the cloud of you.
Dude. So it is actually a couple days later. I had already hit. Damn, actually, no, I literally hit a second leg day since this video. Dude, I am in love with my leg days. So I just hit the second leg day yesterday. So 2-3 days in between. A couple good things have happened since Sunday night. We're about to head back there actually because tomorrow I have a busy day. So we're just doing a 2-a-day, no big deal. And splitting my leg days up with main focus being Bulgarians in the Smith and just squats in the Smith, just really sinking it and getting damn near fucking my ass on the floor. But I am loving, absolutely loving my leg days, loving the material we're putting out. Obviously, big shout out to Lou. Gonna get a lot more, obviously consistent with just longer length videos because these are just a little short and stuff like that, just to kind of set the tone and mood and stuff like that. Because like I said in the last video, emotionally, this is just where I'm at. Like, I'm literally going in, we're fucking around a little bit. It's always me, Lou, and his girl. And we're just like bullshitting, shooting the shit. Just that's it. Once those headphones are on, it's go time. Lou knows the energy, he knows the routine. I give him his space with his girl and stuff like that. We go beforehand, we fuck around. And it's not an every night thing because sometimes I need to like laugh and like be fucking human every once in a while. But when I do need to lock in, though, he definitely knows because I'll tell him, like, we're recording tonight and shit like that. But he kind of knows my energy. He knows me throughout the years and stuff like that, and when prep starts, obviously, and all those good things. So, but in the meantime, that was, like, fake English. Everything's been going fantastic. We finally announced, and I think as of today, we did have, like, a staff meeting to set up, like, the month and stuff like that for March. Yeah, February, March. Construction is, like, 99% done. It's literally just touch up, small shit, and we finally, if you're watching this, you probably get the first hear at it, but we are getting a posing room, or we're constructing a posing room, which is going to be where I normally pose in the, what you guys know as the sports side, which if you have never come to the gym and you are just new to the gym, is just the side with the red turf. It is going to go in the far back corner. I do want to see how we are going to execute it, XYZ, but it is going to be kind of like a four-walled mirror and stuff like that. Are we going to close it off? I don't know. It's an idea. The idea is set. How we're going to execute it, not really sure, but definitely I need that. I'm sure everybody wants that, and there will be rules and guidelines, obviously, and stuff like that. Like, obviously, if someone's in there, kind of like, don't, fuck around, don't waste time in there, XYZ. Go in there, do your posing, do a minute, do 2 minutes, and out. Because even when I go and I'm setting up the large ass fucking tripods and the other Sony, it's maybe 5-10 minutes tops. I'm not going in there fucking around. And I just fell in love with that area because the lighting is all the same in the gym. It's just the only difference that back far corner has, as opposed to the rest of the gym is obviously glassed and windowed. That wasn't English. all the way through the front, and because it's in the far back left corner of the gym, there's no window, so no natural sunlight. You can control the ambiance and all that stuff, and obviously like that half 90 lighting is kind of like important and stuff like that. And then the ceilings are also a lot taller on that edge. So contrast, dark blue room, bright, vibrant floor, and then obviously the controlled lighting and stuff like that is just perfect for you to get like the optimal on how you would really look. Because I know we kind of fuck around with the you know, like on IG, like the half 90 lighting and stuff like that, but when you're on stage, they really like it's set up perfectly for you to, you know, like beauty pageant-esque on like the best fucking way you can look possible. So like while that is kind of like not real, like in terms of like that's the best lighting possible, that's how you're stepping on stage. And that's why you get hella dark, the fakest tan you could possibly get, and then you have the bright white beaming lights on you to really pronounce the shadows and highlight all that stuff. So kind of fake, kind of not, whatever, it works. You look good for the photo, we look good for the social media, it is what it is. But super happy. Consistency has been all-time high because everything is organized and set up with the gym. In the beginning of the year, and Cristiano touched on it today, these are very slow months. It's like people going back to school, it's super cold and this and that. So like I've been able to optimize on my downtime in terms of like setting social media up, doing this, doing that. And then me and JP are finally executing the website in that sense. So consistency has been at an all-time high. And I dropped a Q&A on my last, I don't know, a couple days ago, but on an Instagram story. I asked you guys like, what did you want me to talk about? And 4 or 5, I saw consistency a couple times. I don't know how many times, it was a couple days ago, but I saw consistency. And while I love, in a perfect world, the idea of consistency is good, but it does have to be geared properly, because routines and patterns can lull us into like that false sense of like normality, where we kind of get stagnant and don't really change. So while I kind of like consistency, and I guess you can kind of, you know, subtopic speed into that, it does kind of, direction matters so much more than pace. And I know I'm kind of gearing off consistency, but you can be like consistently stupid and like fuck up. Like if you're consistently just having bad workouts, you're not pushing yourself, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, then I don't know if consistency is the answer, because by definition, it's just going in and doing the same thing. And while I'm kind of on the border of like, there's no such thing as a bad workout, like kind of even if you're feeling shit, you can kind of go in and just get the work done and it's still better than nothing. I also parry on that line of like, and again, the extreme side of me is coming out because prep is really kicking in. Mentally, if you can really like step over it and stuff like that, because I'm a firm believer in like, if the best you can do is just showing up, then like that's awesome. But I'm not geared to the fucking standard. I'm really not, never have been. So like really going in there and giving it your all. And like if 70% is your all at that given day, then I guess whatever, you know, you want, if you want the participation trophy, knock yourself out. But I'm really trying to go in there, and I have been recently, and just knocking every workout out, and like my body's cleaning up. You can see the physique. I mean, stories and posts are going up where I'm looking phenomenal. Like the body's cleaning up. We're doing a lot more sauna. We're doing a lot more cardio. So consistency is important, and if that's all you got, then sure, then run with it. But like there does come a point where like you have to be afraid of stagnation. So like I'm all for the like, go to the gym every day or like X amount of times a week and like get it done and do this and do that. But if like that's it 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in and nothing really changes, you do got to kind of switch the gears and kick it up a notch. Because like I forgot what podcast I was listening to the other day. I started listening to podcasts when I sleep, by the way, because I have the Sonos speaker, and I usually just do like music or just like something to help me sleep and stuff like that. But like I started doing podcasts, and like they help me think, and like whatever the topic, whatever the last like 20 to 25 minutes is before I really knock out is kind of like what I sleep with, or at least I like to believe. It was along the lines of, and I want to say more often than not, it was Alex Hormozy, because like I'm just like fucking like stuck to him right now, because we kind of have the same story. If you're constantly fighting the same boss, and either you're losing or you're winning, then you need to go to the next level and fight bigger opponents. Transcending that into the whole like consistency aspect of it is like, if you get to that point like where you're, you know, the daily habits and routines and stuff like that, well, yes, they're good. And again, I'm being really picky. we're shooting for the high achievers here. We're not shooting for no plain Janes. If you start to get stagnant, it gets good, one up it. And one up it and one up it. And no, it's not linear, and no, it's not, you know, this and that. But that's where like kind of I tell people like to knock the science out of it, because like I'm a very logistical lifter in that sense, in terms of numbers and RPE and like what works, what doesn't, does it feel good, does it work for you, does it not. But then there comes a point, and it always happens on prep, where it's like I don't need to understand why this is RPE 8. I don't need full range of motion. I need to just swing. I need to finish. I need to use momentum. I need to do this. I need to do that. That's where like the bro side of the things get into play. And again, take that with a grain of salt, but you really sometimes have to feel the workout. I love consistency more than anything, but I do love direction more than speed. So take all of that and the spiel with a grain of salt. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love closing these videos out. In a perfect world, I would love to kind of do this and kind of talk in the gym. That way, kind of like the fluidity of the video goes that much better. But seriously, when I'm locked in, I mean, if you guys like this or if you like what I just said, like being able to throw it in with the gym content, I don't know if I'm going to be able to kind of gear my focus off because I'm really just locked into the training. And training is really only 45 minutes an hour. I mean, even when we're going at the time, the gym is empty. I can run from, I mean, even in these clips, I was playing them back. I'm running from the calf machine to ham extensions to, ham curls to leg extensions. I'm really just not like literally sprinting to them, but I can just leave it on whatever weight, run through it, do like almost like a, not like a hit-ish routine, but like a nice routine of like letting each of them rest at a good time and then just continuing and raising that mental intensity that much more. So I'm all for consistency. Few and far between can actually stay consistent. And look, to lower even the standard for people who are just like wanting to get into the gym, and I don't want to not make it sound intimidating, but I do want to put enough principle on it to know that it is a privilege for people to look like this and kind of get that mindset and stuff like that. So like while I'm all for consistency and that's all you can do, like in terms of like paying rent and stuff like that, and that's all you can do, then yes, knock it out of the park. But for my guys who are real, and guys and gals who are really just wanting to level up and do it, then please, shoot for the stars. I mean, you're only as good as you allow yourself to be. That's it. Obviously, all of the sups from Raw Revive, and I can't eat cookies too much anymore. Well, kind of, not really. But anything, code Yanni. We're going to be doing giveaways next week or next video. I'll probably have like a much longer video, maybe like explain the split and stuff like that, kind of going into it. And we'll kind of switch it up a little bit. Same kind of vibe in the gym, but kind of like break it up throughout the day because between the meetings, setting the gym up, and we're setting up for new equipment and stuff like that too on top of the posing room. So super exciting. So closing out February strong, closing out training strong. And as always, do not forget to like the video and subscribe. And code Yanni.